Take attendance.
Close down NOx in snow.
And copy as much as you can. I'll give you the details later.
Close down NOx.
That might be what I'm calling. Kind of smell like fresh onions. French onion smells like tea.
The onions are specifically yeah, I felt so much. Wasn't very like unusual dolphin fish. You are. I would say your dolphin fish is it is nowhere near as small as the fish exchange. Three sizes too small. It's true. Yeah.
All right,
So I think that's how you
let's get ready. First, we should do the stars. I'm going to go in the order of the study guide. Did Homework really do the stars?
Yeah.
Well, you just did he did 46 and on or something like that.
Oh, okay. I understand what happened. I can add to the ones he so kindly shared with you. That was pretty cool. So let's start at the beginning of the study guide, please. You'll need to know, I'm going in order of the study guide from starting with vocab. You'll need to know criteria pollution, the concept of secondary pollution, the idea that chemistry happens on its own time, global dimming, because there are now ways to do that artificially, it's becoming an increasingly appealing option. What was the one before? Secondary pollutants. So there's 2 stars for photochemical smog and 2 for sulfurous smog, and that's mandatory chemistry. I'm going to repeat this when we get to that study goal. I don't really care if you have this as a vocab or if you have it in the appropriate study goal, but it is mandatory that you know the chemistry and the different types of smog. Scrubbing gets 1 star. I should warn you that number 3 is now wrong. When you ranked greenhouse gases in the 80s, they were a little different than greenhouse gases now. Just so you know, number 3 that you got from the movie is wrong. Number 21 that you got from the lecture is accurate. 2 of the gases have switched places. So number 21 is accurate.
What is it?
It's the greenhouse gases ranked in order. So number 3, which was made in the 80s that you saw in the movie, has a slightly inaccurate ranking of the greenhouse gases. Number 21 has the correct ranking of the gases. Number 4 gets a star, number 6 gets a star, number 7 gets a star, number 11 gets a star, guaranteed to be on the IQ test. Number 12 gets a star. Is it taping now, by the way? Number 13 gets a star, explaining the convection cell and the Coriolis effect and stuff. 14 gets 1 star. Number 16, Milankovitch's famous. And number 17 gets 2. That oceanic circulation current, the thermohaline current. That's a really big deal. That's like a big progression in the science that explains a lot. 19 gets 1 star. 20 gets 2 stars. And 21 gets 3 stars.
Oh, by the way, if you're reading Mindy, Ryan Willie, but a top drop.
That's south. One of my top drops?
Yeah.
Then you took it out, right?
No, probably.
I actually just found a little bit of holes in there. Pretty weird. Ryan Warren's a dead man, so we'll watch his back. 23 gets 1 star, and don't forget the acronym ENSO. Is that an acronym? Initial digital word, ENSO?
Yeah.
Acronym?
Yeah.
24 gets 2 stars, the potential effects of climate change. That's a big deal. 27 gets 2. 28 gets 3. And in number 28, you have to know the gases, their sources, and finally, remember that the College Board always wants you to know solutions. So you might want to read number 28 as you study 31 to see which pollution controls help with which types of air pollution. Number 29 is mandatory chemistry. You have to know the reactions that make the acids. 30 gets 2 stars. And don't forget that the smog reactions are mandatory. (31) gets 3 stars, the solutions to air pollution. Number 35 gets a star, and let me remind you about figure 25.2. 37 gets a star, the concept of the chimney effect in particular. 39 gets 2 stars. Because the College Board is guaranteed to ask you about radon. 41 gets 2 stars. 42 gets 3 stars. And this is, again, mandatory chemistry. You have to know the reactions. And 43 that we'll discuss today gets 1 star. Um, 46 gets 1 star. And I know that's not really a study goal, but I mean it. Don't talk about ozone depletion when you're talking about climate. Don't talk about climate when you're talking about ozone depletion. They're just separate fields. Please don't confuse those. You be quiet, Carol. I heard, what's his butt already gave you 47, 48, 52, 54, 3 on 55, and 56, and 2 on 59.
Yeah.
Didn't get that far.
No, he gave us all of this. He gave us through 60 as well.
So, in case you were ignoring Connor, allow me to repeat what he already told you. 47 gets a star. 48 gets a star. 52 gets 1 star. 54 gets 1 star. 55 gets 3. 56 gets 1 star. And 59 gets 2 stars. Connor didn't know that we didn't use numbers 60 to 64, so the stars that are relevant to those are technically in other content that we discussed elsewhere. So I'd like to ask you something about yesterday. Did we already finish talking about 42? We got the other ozone-depleting substances. All right. So I'd like to review one thing about 42, and then I'll tell you about 43. Let me remind you of something. Can you please hold hands to make ozones? Now don't make endless chains of oxygen. Make triples of oxygen. Just triples. Just triples. Look around. Figure it out. Just triples. Just triples. And that's good enough. Stop now. Stop. Perfect. Stop. Perfect. Stop. Back to me. Stop. Look at me. Stop. It's okay. Just hold my hand. Stop. All right. Relax. You'll notice, just like our real atmosphere, we've got a bunch of 3s, but a couple of 2s, and we might even have a couple of U's here. So, keep it going. You're doing the right thing. Now, let me remind you of what we discussed yesterday. If ultraviolet C chops ozones, then singles find each other to make oxygen gas. And singles find each other to make oxygen gas. You might remember, the way that works technically is for a short period, Jose takes 1 oxygen as a friend, but like all of the Hofbrinkels, we are essentially racist, and so I'd rather be with chlorine and she'd rather be with oxygen. And we're not really racist. And so, even though this is working for now, as soon as she can, she'll leave me for another oxygen. And I'm back to go mess up more ozone. We don't stay together very long, because Ryan's a racist, so as soon as he gets a chance, he'll leave me for another oxygen, and I'm still free to cruise around and wreck ozone. Is there any ozone left to wreck around here? Oh! So long distance hookup! And then you can imagine what happens. Look, the thing that you need to remember conceptually from yesterday, and you guys can just keep holding hands on it. What you guys need to remember from yesterday, big deal. I was working on my own and I broke all your ozones. The point is, 1 chlorine atom can split a lot of ozone unless it actually finds something that lasts longer. Another chlorine could do this, but as it happens, other things can do this too. You should know that NOx forms stable relationships with chlorine singles. I've been trying to make it work with oxygen, but it didn't really work. Ruth left me. Ryan left me. Ally left me. I'm not good enough for anyone. But sometimes chlorine can find a stable bond that distracts it, and so ozone can all get back together.